playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 56 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Addison will go in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Hard outside, try to get down early enough. Boy, try to get up.
Addison will go in motion left.
They run with Powell.
And the tackle by Kalen Barnes.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. This is 3rd down.
All until they would be all that.
I
think that's why I couldn't get sick because he fucking kept moving and
shit. Is going to be incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Ravens strike 1st and 3's in. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that.
I don't know, to like fucking.
So, I know this week has been tough because he's been working hard. Finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Fuck, I still wake up fucking.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And that play went nowhere.
So Tampa 5:30 tomorrow,
It'll
not
be
for
back
Blair.
at the 36. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Richardson looking to throw this.
Start time 5:30
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Richardson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up fourth down. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Ravens.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 5.
I thought they would have finished up there.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll drop to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Oh, so it's not Friday. They're moving it.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
What the fuck?
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
I know that's never happened.
Richardson.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
That's what they did.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Here's Powell.
To the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This is caught by Addison.
The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Townsend. And that's a touchdown. But hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and throw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showing some tough running there. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And Richardson back to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Powell. And some strong running. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That's out quickly to Bateman.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They go again with Powell. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
3rd down and 13.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situations.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Caleb Farley on the coverage.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Able to get away.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
64 yards.
And the Monarchs get a bit closer.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Try to sit on a lead and play that way. That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Dumps off to Powell.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz.
He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now.
To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's a pickup of 6. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now Richardson.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That is caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the lead will hold at 13. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll kick things off in Charlotte, an NFC South matchup pitting New Orleans against Carolina. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they can't bring him down. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now it's Richardson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Richardson. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run. This is Powell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Richardson looking to throw this. Got his man. It's Thornton.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Mazi Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Slant route, and he's got Addison. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Baltimore.
He's going to use his legs here.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Looking to throw.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll set up a throw.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Richardson now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Richardson. Staying, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Mazi Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now, 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now Richardson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to the air with Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a give up the middle. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20.
Monarchs 14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jordan Addison. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sound.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long for Richardson.
He's got a man complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 3. Richardson looking to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. A good pickup there at 22.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again, it's Richardson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Monarchs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is down to 20. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
Monarchs 21.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep the clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for London, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That gets stuck. We sprayed on the get stuck. you have water? You said no, he was out of water. We'll get water, but give you water right now. Call it.
What? Yeah, yes, sir. There's the one in the bag. That's the third. Let's take it out. Hey. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. You didn't like it?
Yes.
Oh, fine.
He's like, that's the most that I'm still on.
Hey, yo. Okay. Got it. Hey, come here! I said, hey! Yes! We're gonna have a dinner night out. We want this. What? 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 See if yeah,
This is